blessed to teach a course on one of the great exemplars of moral courage in the barbaric 20th century. I'm talking about Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel,
Yes,
such
indeed.
a giant and spiritual genius. And he used to say that our contemporary societies are characterized by a callousness to catastrophe or an indifference to criminality. And if moral courage is going to shatter that callousness, make us compassionate, shatter the indifference, and make us loving and kind and willing to serve others, then you have to pay a cost. Could you say something about how being morally courageous is tied to bearing burdens, paying a cost, preserving a sense of humility so we can hold at arm's length the pathology of self-righteousness, but still being able to take a stand?
You mentioned one of my heroes, Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel.
Oh,
now,
yes.
for those of you who don't yet know about him, a towering figure in the civil rights movement in the 1960s. And this man had moral courage, and let me explain what I mean by that. You know, at the time, he went to the front lines, and he linked arms with the African-American leaders of the civil rights movement, and he was actually criticized by many Jews in the South who pointed out to him that, don't you realize that by doing this, you are only helping to increase anti-Semitism in the South? Because when white people, white Christians, see that a Jew is front and center, they're taking that out on us. And what did he do? He understood, he listened, he had the humility to listen, and he said, no. No, I understand that this may cause already anti-Semitic people to express their prejudices that much louder. But we've got to work all for a vision in which we begin to see each other first and foremost as human beings, first and foremost as the complex individuals with delicious stories in our own backgrounds, like Layla Liberty, you know?
Oh, yes.
We've got to work for that vision in which we can see each other that way rather than as Jews, as whites, as Christians, as Muslims.
It's as human beings.
As human
At
beings,
the
first and
deepest
foremost,
level.
who have the capacity to express individuality, meaning their own uniqueness even within their communities, sometimes to the consternation of the leaders of those communities. To work for individuality without letting it devolve into individualism.
Aha.